So I think right now is where I'm gonna call it a night. Intercooler is removed. I'm going to chop tomorrow, right here. Actually, I'll probably chop a little farther back, and I plan on plating this area off so we have some kind of heat protection and protection for all these wires and everything. Also, it's gonna look a lot cleaner if this is all welded. Then I'm going to fill that hole right here. Do the same thing for this side. So this entire middle section could be taken out. I already got the hood thing removed already. But the entire middle section be removed, and that's gonna give me room to mount the radiator and the intercooler in a better position, so it's a little bit more accessible. I got everything all pulled out over here. I got the brake booster pulled. I got everything ready so I can start doing the harness tomorrow, the chassis harness. Start routing that. I think I'm gonna route it right through this hole right here. Go up maybe through this support, maybe right here. I don't know yet, we're gonna figure it out. Back into there. Have it plated off there so I can come down under and around maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. I might not even go around. I might just run 2 wires to the radiator fans and everything on this side, which basically on this side, the only thing that's gonna be here, headlight turn signal. I might just snip those and route them the same way through to the turn signal and headlight. Might be easier than going across. Interior is completely stripped and ready to go. It's looking beautiful. I gotta figure out what all this crap is. I cannot decide whether or not I wanna have AC in this car. This AC unit's the stock one. It's big, chunky. It weighs a ton. I may be changing that out for a different kind of alternative aftermarket AC unit if I can figure out what I want. But yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow to do some more, I guess. All right, day 2 of wiring. I got the whole wiring harness pulled out through the grommet. And I got the whole interior harness disconnected from it. All that harness goes to all the steering components or whatever. And Viper, I don't know what, that's not it, where is it? Here, Viper, I don't know what that is. I'm assuming that's some kind of alarm system. I'm not too sure. So yeah, I got all that stuff figured out. Got it pulled out and I got it on the table over here. So the way I'm doing this is I went and did all my measurements in the car while I was in there. And I figured out this is the distance right here from this grommet. From that grommet right there, it's right there that goes to the firewall. Follow this line all the way up and over. All the way to put the fuse box over there in the passenger side footwell, somewhere in that area. The distance for that is exactly that white wire right here. So I measured everything on the car and I'm going to build it off the car. So I'm going to start cutting and labeling these wires and putting, coming off of here, that distance and reattaching the fuse box on the inside. I don't know what I need to remove yet. That's my next big thing, is figuring out what I can remove from this chassis harness. Like this positive terminal can go. I think everything leading to the positive terminal can go. I gotta figure out where a lot of this stuff goes. After I figure all that stuff out, should be pretty easy. Cool, let's do it. we go, another 9. I got the electric power steering laid out. And right now I'm relocating. Right here in the harness, there was a ECU, this ECU right here. The Denso, it's the engine harness ECU. That ECU and then the electric power steering ECU computer are both located right here in the harness. Right now I'm taking all those connectors, relocating it back through and putting it over next to the fuse box. Is this necessary? Absolutely not. You know, I could have mounted the ECUs up, you know, up here somewhere. But I felt like if I'm going to the extent I am to wire tuck this car, I might as well go all the way. You know, I might as well wire tuck everything. So after that's done, I'll have everything done for regarding the chassis harness. Then I gotta start working on the engine harness and making them make sweet love over there. Yeah. Let's keep going. I finally moved over the power steering ECU into the chassis where the fuse box is. Obviously, it's just gonna look a lot better when I finally mount it up and everything. I got the RX8 ECU in here. What else do I got? Pretty sure this is a turn signal. I messed that up. I'll fix that later. Yeah, and then the rest of the chassis harness will look like this. The rest of the chassis harness will come straight up, through, down, hit the headlight, down, wrap around, and come to the other headlight. And this is all. That is all of the chassis harness. Things I still need to wire. I need to wire in that electric power steering. Need to wire in radiator fans. But really that's it. I need to obviously wire the engine in. I think I'm gonna, I don't know. I'm too tired to figure all that stuff out right now. But yeah, it looks nice, looking pretty.